And I got a gang of cameras you can have too, man.
I should have got one of your cameras. Look,
I got cameras.
my name is Umar Hakeem, and I do creative voice, blog conversations, watch, listen, and read, changing the blogging world with the relevant personality. I'm here with OG, the mayor of Skid Row. He gives me my pass around here. I'm here with Coach Ron.
Whoop, whoop, in the house.
And I basically come down here. This is like a second home for me because when I'm stressed out at home, I come here to relax, literally.
Yes.
And we get into these conversations, but these conversations, these dialogues is how I learn what's going on around here. I got to come to the source. So, gentlemen, briefly say your name and your organization and what you do out here.
Okay, that's kind of difficult there, but my name, Manuel Compito. Everybody call me OG. I'm the official spokesperson for OGs N Services Association. I'm the commissioner of the Skid Row 3-on-3 Streetball League. I'm the chairman of the Skid Row Brigade. I'm the author of Peace in the Hood, a coloring book for the urban area. I ain't gonna say no more. I wear a lot of hats.
You're an artist?
Artist, yes, local artist.
Ron.
I'm in the house. Yes, I am.
What you do out here, Ron?
I'm glad you asked. I am the one and only, the founder and CEO of the Fun Zone Reading Club for homeless kids here in downtown Los Angeles. Also, I am the play-by-play game announcer for yours truly, the award-winning 3-on-3 Street Basketball League right here.
Skid Row Chick Hearns.
Here in Skid Row, baby.
Briefly, OG, about 3-on-3 Skid Row basketball.
Award-winning league. It's an award-winning league. It's an amazing league, founded in 2007. It's more than just a game. That's our motto.
Yes, yes.
And it's a creation of OGs N Services, one of our many projects. But I mean, it's really hard to say a lot about it because it's an award-winning league. Go to www.skidrowstreetball.web.com.
It's a basketball league down here on Skid Row that teaches life skills to the people while they're in a transition of life. But what's so authentic about this crew is about 2 years ago, they went to the Staples Center and took the championship and brought it back home.
That's right, that's right.
Brought it back home.
That's right.
That was a major statement for the people of Skid Row to go to a commercial situation and bring that championship back home. And these are the facilitators of that program.
Yeah, and I like the life skill part of it. That's what we're about. You know, we try to teach people that it's more than just a game. A lot of people can do much more than play basketball. We got actors. And one thing I left out was the Skid Row Artists Collective. Okay. A lot of the performers, actors, singers, rappers, jewelry makers, and all that kind of. They come out of the league.
They all come down here.
But they come out of the league.
Come out of the league.
So they have other skills that we highlight. So I basically, you know, after the years went by, I let everybody know the court is nothing but a classroom where I teach life skills. If you can't come to a game on time, you're not going to go to a job on time.
Right.
If you can't work as a team on the court, you're not going to go home on a job and work as a team. If you can't learn to respect, you're a blood, I'm a Crip, we're on the same team, and I can't learn to respect you, hey, that's why it's working down there. That's what other people. The only reason why Bloods and Crips play at Gladys Park and don't kill each other is because they respect each other.
Amen.
You know what happens?
Amen.
Once I respect you, I come to find out me and you got more in common than we have differences.
So that's like
that's what happens. That's why they become friends. Why are Bloods and Crips friends on Skid Row?
Yeah.
On Skid Row, because they first learned to respect each other, and then they found out, man, oh, you a singer too? You a rapper too? Oh man,
I do that too.
Yeah, you know I do that too.
You do that too.
Yeah, let's do this together.
So that kind of leads into what this conversation is about to be based on, is the interests that could bring people together of, you know, the interests of the people, the concerns of the people on the street, and the concerns of the people in organizations, and what's the middle ground between that? You got the provider, those that need to be provided. How can organizations better listen to you to further their progress as an organization?
Well, you know, I'll tell you, most of the organizations that we created have been created by listening to the people.
Okay.
See, General pointed out something that most of the time, I was saying earlier, most of the time, you see some funding out there, and you write or build an organization based upon what's out there. It's not listening to the people, you listen to what the funding sources want. Okay. When the league started, we didn't have no blueprint.
Right.
We didn't say we're gonna write this up and then we're gonna do this here. We developed the blueprint in the process of developing the league based on what the people were saying.
Okay.
The reason why we talk about we have these 16 words a week like teamwork, because when all of them came together, there was no teamwork. One guy was shooting the ball and the other one was hollering about you ain't passing the ball, so those words came out.
Okay.
The reason why we had words like being punctual, because people wasn't showing up in the game on time. So it was listening, it was developing on the needs of the people, based on the needs of the people.
So by listening to the people, right? So by listening to the people, is that where, let's say, an organization can get its true response, or should they get their response from statistics, from the grants that they viewed at the requirements? You know, what is your perspective on that?
Well, the perspective of the Fun Zone Reading Club is simple. We clearly understand that you have to have a relevant service to the people, but yet still statistics and funding available for that service has to be connected.
Right, right. So in order for your program to be relevant, it should be basically relevant to what the people say.
The people are the customers, as you use a business metaphor. So when the people say, "Hey, I would like to get a GED," so
Okay.
those are the services that should be in place.
Okay. Now this video is going to go on Creative Voice, and Creative Voice has a section called Community Organized. And I responded in a blog. I wrote a blog last night on my Wednesday. I wrote about cultural favoritism, and I wrote cultural favoritism meaning work for the people who truly need your advocacy and not for your tribe, ethnicity, or nationalism. I'm referring to African American, South Asian, and Arab-driven organizations. It's all across the board because it was based on a conversation surrounding Muslims. You know, we in Ramadan right now, fasting. So, how do you feel about people who show favoritism? They're an organization, but they only deal with their people or their interests of people.
Well, I kind of find that interesting and fascinating, all in the same hand. Because one thing we have to understand is that we need to emerge culture. We need to be culturally sensitive in all our services.
Okay, right. OG?
Well, you know, I agree with what you say. But again, I think that I said we built a league to serve Skid Row.
Right.
Okay. And if you got a stereotype view of Skid Row, again, it went back to the homeless, to the alcoholic, We did service people outside. When we brought in people, lost people that played ball, living a luxury life into the Skid Row, we were servicing them. They weren't servicing us, we were servicing them. They needed to know what existed down
So
there.
you not only service the homeless, but you service
Everybody.
And did this make
It gave
your
the
program
character.
bigger?
It made it better. It made it broader. Because also when the homeless person or the addict or the drug dealer see somebody, a lost person down there playing ball too. See, that was one thing about the basketball court. It brought people together on a sports level, but then they connected on a bigger level. So when we went down to downtown with the Skid Row Artists Collective, it was all in the alleyway for art walk. It was lost people had their clothes out there, their jewelry out there, right alongside some of the Skid Rownians whose artwork was just as relevant and quality as theirs was. So now mutual respect started to develop. I think even though we still were servicing Skid Row, we were servicing people outside of Skid Row on a bigger picture. Most people will tell you, when they come to Skid Row claiming to help us, they receive blessings.
Okay.
They get blessed coming down here. Man, I didn't know all this was going on down here, man. I didn't know you had artists. I didn't know you had rappers. I didn't know you had all this other stuff.
Okay.
When the Bold and the Beautiful came down here, and we did an art exhibit inside. They bought artwork from all the artists.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't know all these artists was down here.
Wow.
Because of the stereo view that they had.
So by broadening your perspective or broadening your spectrum of services to and extending it out, that helped bring a more relevant, more more better service for everybody.
I want to use the word you use.
What?
It became a humanitarian day. That's what it became truly a humanitarian day. It didn't make it up. This is what it is. It's a humanitarian day when you do that. When you go outside your comfort zone, you dealing with a humanitarian day.
Moment, kid.
Then you know.
Mashallah.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, you know, I just wanted to show in this video how it's very, very important to listen to the people who you are serving, and not just to your board, not just to the administrators. And administrators have to get out of their offices into the gallows or the streets to really get the public opinion.
And that's why we offer tours.
Okay.
We offer tours down here.
Remember we did that tour?
Yeah,
that was nice.
That was tour last week.
Y'all did a tour?
Yeah,
okay.
we did a tour for a Save the City LA tour. You know what I'm saying? And you'll see them on doing the cleanup and everything.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's what you got to do. They definitely got to get out. And we, you know, Ron, he go out. You know, I've been really working with him and the kids. I'm so glad to get back with the kids. But we went to this place. I don't know if we can say, but it was a daycare center. And Mackie was up there and he was telling the kids, I'm a big kid and I'm getting ready to go back to school to learn. To learn. That's what Mackie, he said, what I got to do to learn? He's a little kid. Listen. That's what they holler. Listen.
That's part of our motto. Watch, listen, and read. Vlog conversations to share. So basically, listening is a very important fact.
It's an art.
It's an art in what you're doing and what you do for the community. And if you serve in the community, you have to get into the community to really hear what the community has to say, because this piece is called Community Organized on createavoice.org. www.createavoice.org. And you can follow me at Woo on Twitter. All right, y'all. Thank you. Appreciate you, soldiers.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Peace.